welcome back, watchers, viewers is the usual word people use. Legend of Month, episode 10, question mark? Yes, episode 10. What did we do last time? So the last couple of times, we have not had Coconuts with us because he was at his house, which has no internet. Can sympathize. So what we ended up doing was, is this the same map? No, it's not the same map. Okay. There was this map where we had the fortress, the headquarters, military building type place. It was infenced. Infenced? Is that an adjective? Sure. Something is infenced, surrounded by a fence. Anyway, it is fenced off. You guys were able to get through it, and basically you just like left Snap outside as like a scout, which he literally is a scout rogue, so that works out. Slash diversion for you, while the other four of you, minus 37k, the mechanical elk, went in and infiltrated the place, which you proceeded to do pretty effectively. You at some point picked up some of these like special crossbows these guys were shooting that like spread damage into a fan and it went everywhere, hitting surrounding people. You found this like dragon spirit sword thing, possibly some money. But anyway, and then there was this room where there were this puzzle that you had to solve. There was like a rainbow color wheel and these statues that like said their name, like my name is Ozzy, and it got very repetitive, but you eventually figured it out and fought this spooky guy who was trying to steal your class abilities. Got up to the roof, wherein you fought the big boss guy who had a big cannon that he was firing at you, and he had minions that were like trying to hold the choke point, but they didn't do it very well. So I think Bustin was able to get in there and roll surprisingly well for Bustin actually, and you were actually able to beat the boss without too much difficulty, despite all of the firepower he was launching at you.
And using his own guy against him.
Yeah, he did. Although the thing that I think he was shooting at you, like it kind of like looped around or did something weird. It was definitely not like this normal projectile. Probably some magic afoot, most likely. Speaking of the thing, he proceeded to, much as February did when you defeated her, kind of like vanisheth away into the air, but left behind his big honking gun, which I believe Tinker picked up. Went into like the control room where I think Tinker was actually able to maneuver the cannons some way, but not like in a very effective way. Regardless, you guys were like, we better just go ahead and bail. So you went ahead and bailed, but not before procuring a strongbox, which I think Blah like crit failed a thieves tools check or something like that. But whatever, you just brought it with you, and regrouped with Snap. And I believe you were headed. Were you like trying to get out, or were you headed back towards the underground village thing?
I'm pretty sure we were headed back underground, right? Like we wanted to talk to the guys, the commander and such.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Okay, that's what I thought you were doing. So didn't quite get there, and this green-looking guy swooped down, and he kind of had this like lackadaisical attitude, sort of like an air of like superiority to you, and he kind of kindly asked you to like, hey, could you stop with this going around to the planets and the killing of the people? Because I don't like that. And you were sort of like, nah, that doesn't sound fun. And I think a fight broke out, and that's kind of where we left off. The party is not in great shape, so we will see how that goes.
Well, by the party you mean the healer has...
By that I mean the cleric with all his uber broken heals has 5 spell points, yes. That's a 3rd level spell, right? Alright, so give me them initiatives. Do I have that one track on here? Probably don't. I don't. Oh well. Oh, no, but I have his lingual teeth.
Man, I would kill for some EO boss music sometime, Cooper. Just saying.
I mean,
I know you
might be coming.
I know you haven't really played much of the series for that, but...
I mean, we gotta get the FOEs at some point. That's a good initiative.
That'll be the best roll all games.
Yeah, it will be.
Every other roll for Bustin is gonna be a crit fail, and he knows that.
Yep. Mm-hmm. This.
Oh, mid-ear.
see what this guy gets. So this guy, he's currently like, he's hovering, but he's hovering like maybe 5 feet off the ground, so like you can still reach him, just a few feet off the ground. He's gonna roll for initiative if I can select his token. GM rolled it, but it still put him on there. I think, yeah, it did. Okay, that's good that I did that. All right, he's smack dab in the middle. And he looks like he's brewing for a fight. Korog is brewing for a fight. So fight him we shall.
Alright, he's just gonna get whacked.
That is a hit. Also a hit. Who gave Bustin this insane luck? Holy crap. Okay. He's just sort of like, is not really taking you seriously as you walk up and casually cleave, probably like in his legs, since he's, you know, he's kind of floating up there a little bit. He sort of like raises an eyebrow at you. Brings the 37K's turn, who conveniently has the same initiative as Blah.
Yeah, he does. 37K is gonna do what he does and run around back. And get a full charge and run on this guy. And then, wait a minute. That's more like it. I believe this is a charging ram.
Mm-hmm.
That should have advantage. Okay, we'll just give you a d20. Why did that roll again?
Okay.
I didn't mean to do that. Wait, what happened?
You have advantage because of the run, right? Not the flank, gotcha.
Okay.
16 plus whatever that is, that will hit.
Yeah, and a strength save.
Okay, he will give you a strength save. That's a check. Okay. He sort of like does like a cartwheel in midair and turns around 237K and proceeds to nice animal, and pulls out the blade that he's holding in. I guess that would be probably his right hand, and slashes at 37K twice for looks like 27 damage. And Tinker.
Tinker's gonna run up, seeing his elk just get hit and unhappy about it.
Mm-hmm.
Would you say we have a little bit of a diagonal flank going on here, since 37K is pretty large?
Yeah, I think that works.
Alright. Oh, how is that even possible? 2 4s, that's how that's possible.
And if only it was 4 and a 1 and a 1. So that's a whiff. Brings it to being his turn. He's like, nice sword you got there, big guy. Let's have a little duel, shall we? First off, though, he takes his left hand, which you notice is this like pincer thing, and it kind of like expands and tries to clamp around your waist.
Oh no.
He's a king.
Which it looks like it does. That is the wrong click that I clicked. So scrap that one. That's a spoiler.
Oh!
Okay, Bustin is able to like step back a little bit. He does not seem, however, to have any sort of ill effects beyond that. Just, pretty deft one. And then he swings in with his swords again. The 21 for 9.
Oh,
And, oh my word! That's not, shouldn't even be allowed.
Hey, so how much damage did you do to me?
A lot.
29.
Exactly 29.
Exactly 29.
Actually.
Exactly.
Wait, well, hold on, let me see what I can do. Well, I'm at least gonna riposte the one attack just to be a dick.
Yeah, you can post the first one.
Who knows?
possible.
Okay, well.
Alright, that is indeed a whiff.
Well, he would have advantage, would he not?
Oh,
It's true. So give me another d20. See if you can roll better than a 5.
Yay!
That is better than a 5. You have a +7, so that is
19.
Alright, that makes it into a hit.
At least I get him going down. I actually didn't think about it until after I hit him the first time, but since he's in the air, I was like, I should have just grabbed him by the foot and just like knocked him prone, like pulled him down, you know? But it was too late. And you're lucky that he did what he did, because otherwise I would have done that this turn.
Indigo.
Well, my first thought is, oh my god, he's so cool. But I'm gonna
his charisma score may be pretty high.
pull up my longbow and steady aim, which for some reason I only used once last time.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive actually.
Yeah. So 2 arrows go flying at him.
Oh my lord.
Oh my word! Let's see if something dumb happens.
I don't even care that I didn't even roll the right attack.
Roll the 1 and the 2. Yeah, that's true. That's what is it? Just extra damage.
Yeah.
All right, well, give me that D100, and then we'll see if Malice can do something about this. All right. You're just like distracted by how cool he looks, and you just fire the arrows off and into the smoggy air. Malus.
Oh, I like my turn order all of a sudden.
Works out.
I look at Bussin, face palming a little, and it's like, where is it? Where is it? Get the fuck up!
Is that what you say to healing word?
Yes. Get the fuck up!
Okay.
Sounds great. So I have 5.
That is the healing word.
Let's see, let's see, 2 plus my wisdom.
Minimum of 3 on the roll, so. Because of, abilities.
What? No.
So you rolled 2 sets.
Let's see, that would be plus 3 on top of that, so 8 altogether.
I think it's 9. Because your min roll for that is a 3.
Oh yeah.
Because of the staff ability.
I forgot about that. So yeah, get 9 HP, Bustin.
It's a lot of HP on
I know that it doesn't really matter, but
Hey, he's not dead.
Probably not.
Get him.
Now if he like triple crits him, it could help. Could be the most important 9 HP of our entire campaign. Never know.
No.
And also we're here trying to get the SP underflow glitch.
He also has an action to do if he wants.
He does.
Oh yeah, I do. I forgot that lets me do. Hold on, let me. It would have to be a cantrip at this point, though, right?
Or like.
Or a whack, yeah.
I don't think I want to get close right now, so I hope you're good at dodging, bud. Oh, flame, burn him!
Okay, he's gonna give you a dexterity saving throw. He will make it in spades.
He's too cool.
Oh my god, he
Oh
has...
my god, he rolled an 11.
Oh my god, I'm not trying that ever again. He's good at dodging. Duly noted.
He's also good at strength saves, too.
A little bit. Korra feels the relief. He's kind of on the deck, opens his eyes.
Alright, can I try to just grab him by the foot and just slam him to the ground?
You can certainly try to grapple him with a athletics thing.
Do it, Gord.
As one of your attacks.
Yeah!
Yeah. Alright, you successfully grab his leg.
Well, I mean, like, slam him to the ground, like, almost like knock him, bring him prone, I guess, because he's in the air, you know? I mean, can I just slam him back and forth, like, you know, like...
Just get him on the ground, let the elf walk on him.
So, yeah, so it's one attack to actually make the grapple. Yeah, you could, like, do a slam as a as like an action, or as a second part of your attack.
So another athletics contest.
Seems legit.
So another athletics check.
You got this.
Or...
You got this.
Wait, I don't understand. I already have him grappled though.
Yes.
Yeah, but now you're like trying to slam him to the ground.
One to get the grapple initiated, and then you need to spend another attack to slam him.
Yeah, I understand like spending the other attack slamming him, but I don't need to do another athletics check, do I?
Well, he's still like fighting it.
Yeah,
he's still fighting off.
Resisting it.
Alright, fine.
Which I just remembered he could have done that too. Oh well. I don't think it mattered.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh.
All right, so you are able to slam him kind of into the ground. It's like, ooh,
Alright.
you're a rough
And then
one.
can I use a bonus action to attack him while I'm holding him down?
Sure. And since he kind of fell some feet, takes a little bit of fall damage.
Remember, you would actually have advantage just due to him being prone. Cack.
You're also flanking, so give me another
Full
d20
advantage.
and
That was
maybe
not
roll
supposed to be 2, it was
above
supposed to be a
it.
1, but the first one was 16.
16.
All right, well that'll hit then for 14. All right.
37k.
He is technically prone, blah.
Which means stomp is stomp.
That seems
Okay.
you rolled really low. That's why.
Yeah. Well, I've got a max.
That's true.
limit
1 PR.
in a couple of those.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, you stomp onto probably like his shoulders.
Yeah.
He's got some shoulder plates on.
Okay. So
I
because
just realized.
He, at this point, he's just going.
Is Snap seriously just going to stand here and watch this entire match with no one going to control?
Oh man. Yeah, that's a good point. Okay. Let's do that.
so he's not even like looking phased at this point, is he?
If he is, he's not showing it. You roll a thing.
He's so cool.
Okay. You put Snap in the tournament. Oh, there. Oh, never mind. We'll have him go like after Blah, just because Blah got a turn right now.
Yeah. All right. So
First turn he was gonna stun.
technically I would have disadvantage because he's prone, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you would also have it would be normal because you also have advantage technically.
Right.
Truth.
All right, Bustin, have some health. And I'm gonna dip back a little bit.
Okay.
Man.
He will whack at you for an opportunity attack.
Even
then.
though he's grappled and prone.
Yep.
Mega disadvantage.
With an 18.
Mega
Still
disadvantage.
hits.
Okie dokie.
Take that 11.
Alright, brings it back to his turn. It's like, man, you guys like to play rough, huh? And then Bustin, you feel you got a good firm grip on him, and then he sort of feel your grip, like you're exerting a lot of pressure with the grip, right? And then kind of your hand clinches into itself, and see poof.
Hold it! Where's he moving? Nope, 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 nope. Reaction, and this still counts, you son of a bitch!
What sort of reaction are we doing here?
Sorry. Hold it right there! You move closer to me. That's now loud. Make me that wisdom save.
Okie dokie.
I don't care if it's my. Okay.
That's a
Okay,
check, but
you're
okay.
allowed. I changed my mind. You're totally allowed. God damn it.
Okay, it's like, you know, if you could just not do that, it'd be great, man. He's going to try to grapple onto the cleric, which looks like he will do.
Also, Malice, since he Misty Stepped, that literally would have done nothing.
He can't move. By little definition.
But he's teleporting there.
Yeah, his speed becomes 0, but he can still move in Misty Step,
Okay.
which doesn't require movement.
Okay.
But it was a great attempt. It's not like you're going to use
Okay,
anything
we
else
still do
anyway.
it, though.
Yeah. He's probably also immune to Charm, but, you know, it's worth a shot. Anyway, he successfully clamps onto you. Not, like, so hard that your arms are restrained, you're just grappled and can't move. So that's, looks like 18 damage. Also proceeds to kind of like circle around you here. Takes one more swing at you. 15 will miss. And 24 looks like we'll hit.
Oof.
Okay, Indigo, he just got up in your grill.
Wait, was those attacks at me or at Indigo?
Both those were at you.
Okay.
I don't like him in my grow. I'm gonna cut him.
I'm gonna cut you so bad you gonna wish. Oh my god, you're awful. Use your inspiration. You don't
Oh,
have
my
any,
word.
do you?
I don't.
It's 37.
Okay, the first one does hit though. And on that hit, he is going to riposte against you with
Yeah, please.
with 24 damage.
Oh god.
Wait, you can double what?
He riposts
I'm gonna
quickly.
roll D100.
You are. You just rolled a crit fail earlier.
So,
Oh my
is
word.
it action?
Oh, goodbye.
Oh no! Okay, the sword is like planted kind of in the dirt,
Okay.
which conveniently you have other weapons, but it's gonna be stuck there for a turn. That's pretty high. Malice, it is your turn. So you are clamped by his claw here, still able to like move to like attack him and whatnot, but not able to move.
And it's a athletics check to break free.
Correct.
And you can also take damage if you try to escape.
Yeah, you were like you were kind of being held by like sharp blades, so like just trying to wrest away from them is probably gonna tear into your skin.
Options are very limited. God damn it.
Which is kind of tough because you have 4 hit points. Also, after this, I'll have Snap go because whoops. You're just sort of sitting here like, that's what happens when the player's not here.
I don't know what to do. Worry blunt.
Things about to get blunt.
Well, shit, I don't know what to actually do here. Ah, fuck it.
What would your snap decision be in 6 seconds? Is the question.
Well, he is the fastest top fan alive.
It's true.
Move before white.
He would do something like move in, get advantage on something, attack him a bunch of times, and then zip away without getting hit. That's what he would do.
You know what would have solved this
It's
problem?
probably true.
A short rest.
Yeah.
Hmm.
A min
Okay,
and
feel
a
considerably
macro.
better.
Fucking, let's see, plus 3, plus
Well, you know what the
2.
good thing about that min roll is?
That's now
It's a
5.
5.
So plus 4 is 18, and plus 2 plus spell level is 20 HP.
What's
It's practically cheating.
Bad part, I have no spell points left. That was quite literally my last spell.
Korg do damage?
Before Korg does damage, we're gonna
Korg
have Snap's gonna be like, whoa! He's gonna run around here and try to flank this guy.
Just get a
And-
just get a soundboard with the crash blow, and that's pretty much the same thing.
You're not wrong. He's gonna come at him with his sneaky short saber. Sneaky short saber. He's got advantage. He's gonna hit.
Pew.
He's gonna do a. He apparently has some offhand stuff. But I think he's gonna spend a key point and do a Fury of Bows.
I don't know about anyone else.
So first one will hit, second one will miss.
Is car still in the driveway?
No.
No.
He might not be. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. Korra.
What? I don't know.
Is Snap staying there or is he running away? Because I think Snap would run away.
Yeah, he would definitely run away. Ah, perfect.
Yeah, just perfect. So he's gonna get whacked.
Okay.
Sometimes busting like rolls really well.
Sometimes.
Usually not. But
In fairness,
sometimes.
does work with advantage.
Yeah, it does help that he has advantage.
I absorb Boston's bad luck.
You did.
Yeah,
Take
you
one for the
actually
team.
needed advantage on like 2 of this.
Okay, it's like, well, you are quite the big man, aren't you? Snap's now going to. Get him. Snap's now going to rush back because I kind of forgot to give him his turn.
He just went.
He's gonna do. He did, but I went like later than he was supposed to.
Yeah.
Okay,
He's gonna go after Blah.
Not complaining. Not complaining.
Okay. He's gonna come in with a sneaky short saber, which will hit with some sneaky. And much like before, he's gonna Fury of Bows. And miss both of them, unfortunately. 37k.
37k is gonna run in and attack. Only he's not sure if he can do so without trampling his friends who are all in the way.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Well, he could just do it diagonally.
He could, but he wouldn't get advantage because you guys are horribly placed. So.
I mean, they're
Well, wouldn't
totally like.
Snap one away per usual?
Yeah, you're right.
If you're going to play Snap right. In and out, fastest half man alive.
This is why I didn't play him in the in the castle. 37k like rounds the corner, takes a sharp turn.
Done for it.
But he misses.
Albeit there.
Albeit barely.
Tinker's gonna come
Tinker.
in and hopefully blow his head off.
I mean, it's possible.
That's a. How are we doing this? Oh yeah, 3 plus. Okay, plus 3. Yeah, plus 3. Cool. So 9 piercing, 6 thunder.
Okay. Sounds like
I'm
15.
surprised you're not using the new cannon you got with this instead.
I don't know how.
It's true. Okay.
That's right, you probably have it. That's fair.
I mean, I could point and pull the trigger. It can't be that hard, but this thing has like 90 different barrels on it.
It's kind of true. Let's see. Well, I guess you guys are actually pretty competent. I guess this is enough for today. Tell you what, next time though, I'm not gonna hold back.
No way.
But yeah, see that I don't see you guys around, okay? He teleports up and away.
Oh man, I can't believe he ran away like that and then he passes out into the dirt.
I was just getting started.
I was just getting started.
It's true.
Getting started on dying.
I feel like he was a bard.
Probably.
Could be.
I guess we'll find out some other time. Although over the table, I'm totally guessing he was like 13th level or something, but that's
Possible.
whatevs. Yeah. So that was fun.
Wait, do we get his name?
You do not get his name. However, as he did teleport away, something like fell down, like almost like he dropped something.
Cool, I pick it up.
Yeah, it's a flat, papery thing that is kind of reddish.
Is it his trainer
and kind of
ID
whitish.
that he left behind?
It is not.
Oh! You know what the yin yang symbol looks like if you turn it upside down? It looks like
What's
it looks
that?
like the beak of a toucan.
Nice. Okay.
Is everyone okay? Gordon, you feeling good there, bud?
I'm kind of sitting there with like a bloody mouth and just a thumbs up.
Jeez. We should probably make for the city.
Some rest might be better called for in a situation in case you get ambushed a second time.
Could be.
You could just run really fast. I like that idea better.
Yeah, by this point you're like maybe 100 feet or so from the entrance of the cave, so you're not too far off from it.
Oh, let's do it. 37k puts on his boosters.
Okay. Snap probably tries to race him. Whichever way you were going.
I don't know. I figured you were going this way.
It was probably to the right.
Oh, it is. Oh yeah, true. It was because we got cut off when we were going this way. Yeah. Anyway, let's get back to the town, the camp.
Let's get back to the town. We do.
Oh, 37k is a giant among men here.
Alright, so I forget exactly how long it was like trek through this tunnel until we got back here. Probably less than an hour. I mean, 37k is huge here.
He gets bigger when he's not in direct sunlight.
So you come in from up here. You're not necessarily where you are. I think I actually had this to scale. I did. Okay, probably the two border guards here. The first one's like, it's like, hail strangers.
Greetings. I don't say greetings. I would never say greetings.
I'm like, what is the nearest bed?
Well, there's bunks down this way.
Oh yeah. By the way,
Sleep.
that
sleep,
Mars guy is
Sleep.
dead.
Sleep.
You have defeated the Lord of War?
I hold up his gun, and I'm just like, and we have a trophy to boot.
They kind of like look at each other and like they look like they've never actually seen the gun, so like it doesn't necessarily mean anything to them. But you say it with such conviction that they're like, he's probably telling the truth. It's like, well, you all look kind of injured. Certainly, have a rest. Here, we'll escort you to the nearest bunks. And so they do. And thankfully, no one else comes to ambush you or bother you. So. And so this for you all gets the long rest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a weird question about this quiver.
What's that?
Would that crit bonus stack on top of the fighter champions?
That one I think does not.
Lame.
There are some things that in other
never
loots that,
Can we get our level now?
that give like +1. You can effectively go and take it now, yeah.
I don't like how little spell points I get till like a few levels from now.
Boo hoo.
Hey, Coop, sorry, but I think I just figured out who that guy was.
Did you?
Yeah, did some research. Told.
I mean, I don't think you actually had his actual identity in this campaign.
We were doing. How are we doing hit dice?
So you roll a d4.
It's D4 plus your. Okay, D4 plus 4.
Mm-hmm.
D4 plus your what?
D4 plus 4 if you have a D8. It's a D4 plus whatever you have. That's 4 plus. If you have a D10, it's a D4 plus 6. I think D8 and D10 is the entire party. Correct, for D10 people.
Hey, max
Plus
level
combat,
up.
of course.
I'll take it.
Yay.
And then add our constitution.
Yeah,
At our constipation.
don't do that.
I get a thing at this level, but I don't remember what. Oh, it's more spell points. Oh, second level spells.
Nice.
Um.
Artificer is a learned caster, right? Like, you don't prepare? You just...
Yeah. Everything's always good to go.
I keep forgetting I have another means of healing that I never use.
And do we still add our con mod?
Yeah.
I like how I have more HP than Vla's level 15 character from Saturday.
Wait, does Clerks get D10?
That's what I
Thanks,
was
idiot.
saying. Like it was appalling how little
No,
little.
Clerks D8.
I mean, I guess also to be fair, that character was half wizard, or
That's
partially
true.
wizard.
I think it was majority wizard, right? That wand is kind of fun.
It was pretty fun.
What was it doing? Right.
The sticker thing, or whatever it was that dropped down, was, by the way, was the reward for not dying to that guy.
Maybe I should not have. Why do I have 6 spell points? I should have more. I should. What?
If you have second level spells, you should have more than that.
have
You should probably have 14.
Oh, you literally have an artificer thing in here. I should have.
I do.
Yeah, 14. Whoa, I can't put in multiple digit. What? No, not 114.
Oh my word. You don't get 114 spell points until
what is
18th level.
limit 2? Shouldn't it be? It should be limit 3 now because of.
Correct.
Nice. And then we will get
You guys fiddle faddle with that. I'm gonna be right back. Some of you, it should be pretty straightforward because you're amazing 7th level fighter abilities.
I actually added some maneuvers
Nice.
and swapped out one.
Trip attack is going to be amazing.
Oh, but just to let you guys know that the red yin yang is their symbol, whereas like for their group. I figured it out.
Oh, didn't we find a
What'd you say?
sticker? Didn't we find a sticker once before?
But no, like I think this is like the red yin yang is their symbol for the group.
Yeah, but like, didn't we find a sticker once before? And
No idea.
yeah, I'm pretty sure we did.
And it's
like-
the heart pin.
Yeah, that's basically the sticker. Yeah. I forgot the spells. Oh, right. Coolio. End of the gang. Add.
Pretty sure they're all based off of the Chinese zodiac, like their personalities.
Maybe.
It's March is dragon, which is war, which like because they're like a symbol of imperial power and whatever.
Maybe.
Maybe you don't want to spoil it.
You can't spoil anything because it doesn't even
Okay, I'm
exist
back.
yet. Didn't we find another sticker at one point?
I think we did.
This particular sticker you have
Not this one, but like, didn't we find another sticker?
You did find, I think it was like a temporary tattoo
Yeah,
type thing.
that.
Yeah, that you guys never used, and I'm pretty sure you did identify them. Just to refresh your memory on what they do. Each,
Yeah, I'm gonna use identify them then, just because.
I think you identified them in like the chamber and the ship or something. Yeah, well, anyway, I think you got 3 of them, 3 of the heart tattoos. So each one grants, I think you can apply up to 5 at a time, maybe? I think it was 5, but whatever. So each one you apply at a time, you gain 2 temporary hit points for each one you apply, and after a long rest, your HP max rises by 2 and the tattoo vanishes.
Makes sense.
So if you wanted to go ahead and use those before this long rest, you could.
Because they
Wait,
would
I get.
give them to Bustin. Make Bustin do it. Wait, they become permanent, right?
Wait, I didn't.
They become permanent after a
Yeah,
long rest.
Yeah. Give them all to Bustin because he needs to tank.
What do I get?
HP.
I feel like Bustin's character was like be like the #1 guy to wear some tattoos too.
Yeah. Heart tattoos.
What am I getting? I don't understand what's happening.
You're getting some heart tattoos
He's a
affixed
tough
to
man when he
someone.
wears his hearts on his sleeve.
Where do what do I get from these?
So you would gain, by fixing 6, you would get 6 temp HP, but which is about to be irrelevant. And then when you finish the long rest, you gain your HP max goes up by 6.
Okay, so I get 6 more HP.
Yep.
And we'll use all of them. We'll just throw them on him. Not the yin yang one because we don't. Oh, that's not a temporary tattoo. I'm gonna.
Yeah, that's like a larger sticker.
Yeah.
tattoo.
I'm gonna identify that thing anyway. See if it's like anything special.
Okay. So what it takes you like 20 minutes to do that because I think the normal caster identifies 10, or is it 1 minute?
I think it's
1 minute.
10 to identify as a ritual.
Okay. So yes, you sense a sensation of magic coming from this. I'm pretty sure you were the one who identified Malice's staff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. A very similar like family of energy flows through this. If you can see that.
I can now see that. Oh, dope. Okay, cool. I also want to fiddle around with and identify this weapon cannon that I got.
Absolutely you do. Okay. The first thing you learn is its name, which is known as the Kaiser Cannon.
Oh, baby.
While I copy and paste from the GM notes into the description. It is, in terms of like dimensions, it is pretty similar to your Deadeye Norfleet cannon that you've been using. But, of course, it is not a non-magical cannon by any means.
Oh man, there's so many different things. Okay.
And now you probably observed when Korog was trying to use the guy as a human shield, you noticed that like the torpedo was like kind of doing some weird arcing, and you kind of now get the idea why it was doing some weird arcing.
Next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna slap that bad sticker on it.
Okay. So you do, completely ignoring that. I assume you keep this information private to yourself.
Absolutely, I'm tinkering around with my new toys.
So nobody else knows what just happened. Right. So as you do actually, nothing there. The cannon glows as you affix the sticker to it, and like 1 pulse, 2 pulses, and then a final radiant, brilliant pulse as the cannon upgrades itself and is now a +1/+1 cannon, thunder cannon, as it were.
Okay.
And presuming you proceed to identify it because you think there may be something more, so you identify it again. You see a new ability. Actually, I need to correct that. One moment.
Okay.
You probably see the numbers on some of the abilities already. But the numbers are about to change. There we go.
Sweet. All right. I'm gonna have to like spend a lot of time trying to invent a way to throw all of my guns into one gun.
This gun appears to have a lot of different types of guns, kind of in it.
Maybe that'll come with more expertise.
So that's what Tinker does during the short rest. How about, or the long rest? How about the rest of you just snoozing?
Yep, just
Boston's
leveling
getting
up.
more swole.
It's true. Unfortunately, after the end of the long rest, the heart tattoos, they do vanish from his skin.
Oh, no.
So
He's gonna get. Are you gonna get actual tattoos as a commemorative?
Yeah, it's memorabilia.
you guys also remember.
Planet.
Yeah, I don't know who grabbed the strong box, but somebody grabbed
I
the
still
strong
have
box
that.
while you were
Totally
in there.
gonna try to open it.
All right, give me another Thieves' Tools check.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't ever use that one. Like,
Hold on. Not advantage. Fortunately, it didn't.
Nah, you
matter.
can have advantage because it was, yeah, you had a long time to do it anyway. All right, you were able to crack the lock on this one. Let's ease. Right. First off, inside is some money.
Ooh. Ooh.
It's apparently a random number I just came up
My
with.
thunder cannon goes up. My damage dice too.
Oh yeah, because it's an odd level. So there's money inside. I believe this is where the things are. Cool guy. Let's see what else is in there. There's also a scroll of some kind.
Which can be identified.
Mm-hmm. I don't know why I bother like not having. Well, I guess because you might theoretically find something when you can't identify it. You identify this scroll as not a spell scroll. This is in fact a scroll that a more like martially adept person might use, and you learn all the factions. You learn all the facts about the thing.
Sweet.
Okay. It lets you learn how to blow people,
Whoa.
kind of.
Korg, you want to learn how to blow somebody?
No.
Yeah, okay, so I teach Korg everything about how to blow somebody.
Oh my word. I mean, to be fair, you're the one with the gun, so you've been blowing people's heads off all the time.
But he can do it with superiority.
Xerxes is trash talking the party in the chat, by the way.
Well, it's a big talk for somebody who doesn't play D&D. Got him.
I mean, I don't know if that's entirely accurate.
Mostly accurate. So yeah, I show this scroll to Korg, who probably would be the one to use it.
Probably, unless somebody else decides to take Battlemaster Fighter, or one of the weirdo ones.
Yeah. Weirdo.
Alright, what am I looking at?
You guys can divide
Warding
the
blow.
warding blow. I'm gonna roll the because of
Is there a
reasons
way
I
I
assume
can,
you
like,
guys are
add
not
this to my
splitting that.
inventory or something? I've never had to do this before.
It is, well, it is in the. Where did I put this? It's not on loot. It's in the loot thing now.
Gotcha.
Oh, that's so super close to the number that the.
Wait, so if I do this, I know this permanently?
Correct. It does not count because of the magic ink. It does not count against your ones now.
But it does expend a die.
Yeah, I think it actually uses 2 dice at the same time.
Yeah.
Big cost. Meanwhile, Adam's over here learning how to look at things better.
Oh yeah.
The greatest fighter ability ever.
Yeah, like looking too hard into the meaning of things.
Looking too
is
hard.
Mostly what I'm doing.
It's true. See, Malice doesn't. Oh, that's right. You're because you're 1 level druid, so you're a level behind on your spells, right?
Yeah, I don't get access.
Well,
I get access to the slot, I believe, but not an actual
yeah,
spell of that level.
it's true.
But I do start healing myself when I heal others, so
That's pretty cool.
it's really minuscule, and I don't think this is really. Actually, hold on.
Hashtag blessed healer.
So say I use like mass healing word, would I get this effect per target or just once per spell?
It's once per cast.
That sucks.
Which means what you do is you go around and you spam level 1 cure wounds on people.
Or healing word. Either way.
Yeah. Well, imagine you do this like out of combat. Although if you're doing out of combat, you're doing good there.
Yeah, because nothing really beats good Bay.
They're great.
Okay, so
Well-
+1/+1 is just what, to hit and damage?
Correct.
This is gonna be a chore putting this into my sheet, isn't it? I don't mind.
Like, I don't think I'm even gonna add my ability to the sheet.
For those of you who don't know, the 7th level fighter ability for sharpshooter allows you to take the search action as a bonus action, because the search action is one of the most common actions that is done in combat, of course. And it also gives you proficiency with like survival, perception, or investigation? Question mark.
Didn't
You
we
pick
have
one.
a thing that lets you like identify a thing? I don't remember.
We
Oh,
probably
the
have a thing that
spyglass.
lets you
Yeah,
identify
okay,
something.
that's what I was thinking of.
Ah, yes, the Libra lens,
Yeah.
I believe is what it was. Yeah, you can like see the percentage of their HP, something like that.
Alright, let's try to add one of these weapons.
I think it was also a random weakness or resistance. Oh my word. Adam is literally running in circles.
He
Someone
found the catnip.
stop with... He found the laser pointer. Someone's got a laser pointer over there. A yellow laser pointer, apparently. Alright, so most everyone done with the level ups?
If someone,
By most
Yeah,
everyone.
used a laser
not-
pointer on me, would it be
Oh, yeah,
like
I
a
need
charm
to-
spell or?
I do get a spell I can prepare or have
True.
prepared.
That's true.
I might take a little time.
So what were these people's names?
Even my abilities that tick up don't even count yet because I'm at an odd level. And I need an even level for it to actually matter.
Right. What was this guy's name? I wrote his name down somewhere, and I didn't.
What level is proficiency go to 4?
I believe it's 9.
Yeah.
8?
Because you guys just got that in the other campaign.
Oh yeah, 8 you get stat point up, so yeah, 9. Wait, is it 8 if...
I can't.
Okay. Oh man, I need a multi-class ASAP.
You can't
Oh
multi-class.
no. Darn it.
Rip on Earth Arcana.
Kaiser Cannon would be so good with extra attack.
Wouldn't it just? Wouldn't it just?
Question.
Mm-hmm.
Since... Okay, never mind, I don't think that would work. That'd be a little too good, I think. I was going to ask if, since the Thunder Monger is an ability that a Thunder Cannon can produce,
Mm-hmm.
would that also be possible with Kaiser Cannon?
It counts as a Thunder Cannon, so
Oh.
yes.
Cool.
Now, it does not add the +1 to the Thundermonger damage, so you don't get to double dip that.
Right, it's only
But yes, you get your
initial bullet. It's not
right,
Thunder.
only to the piercing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, what does the Kaiser Cannon get a nice star behind its name?
Because Tinker was tinkering around.
Yeah, he tinkered. You should have tinkered.
He tinkered. And didn't tell you guys in character what the what
true.
the thing does.
You never leave a madman alone in a room with a big gun and a magical sticker, man. It's a bad combination.
Like metagamingly, it probably would have been better to put it on the healer.
Maybe.
It's a strong possibility, but
Yeah,
the parties don't always make the best choices, as we know. Anyway, so eventually the long rest is over. Everyone's back to full happiness and whatnot. Probably some people are happier than others after the end of this, based on the abilities that you gain. Snap technically would gain this, but he's about to get ripped, so whatever.
Also, you don't know he's gonna take.
Yeah, it's true. That is actually very true. So eventually some people come get you, you know, wake you up. Probably like serve you milk and cookies or something like that. There's some like some maids or something like that.
Oh man, we aren't good around maids with thunder cannons.
Thankfully there's no shadows or anyone who come to ambush you. So shortly thereafter you get up to, or at least the invitation to go up to I can't remember his name, whatever. Harmon Marks was the name of the general. That's the only name I've written down. So whatever the like general guy is, and like he would probably. It seems like you came here to, you know, issue a report. So I assume you accept the invitation to come up and, you know,
Yeah.
say, hey, we did the thing.
Yeah.
Okay. So there's the table that you kind of sit around, or possibly like stand and like with your back against a wall, all cool, like, you know, however you choose
Propped
to
up on
position
a
yourself.
leg. Yeah.
Yeah. Gotta look cool. Still missing.
Yeah. Oh.
I-15 hits something.
Why is? Oh my god. Okay. An extra D6 really does make a difference sometimes.
Yeah, it does. Okay. So I'm just gonna call him General, much like the Mega Man X4 character. So the General asks, "So I heard you had defeated the Lord of War?"
Why?
The
Yes,
war
we
lord.
did.
You like bring up the cannon,
Oh,
like
yeah,
point in the
yeah.
air, like to show him.
I wag my cannon around.
He like ruffles through some papers that he has on hand of like probably like eyewitness sketches of March, possibly photos. They would totally have like cameras. Here, at least.
I actually,
oh my.
you may not know this, but 37K's eyes are video cameras. I can show him a footage of the entire. Oh, he wasn't there. Never mind. Disregard.
It's unfortunate. There were definitely some. He probably like saw like cannons being fired on the rooftop. That was his lair action that was going on, but it didn't actually matter too much, surprisingly. It's like, well, that is. He's just kind of lost for words. Possibly like isn't really sure what to do now. Like it would seem to him like the war should be over, or at least, you know, like having lost their leader, you know, it should turn the tide for the stragglers who were left. Maybe they'll give up. I simply don't know how to thank you. Not that I, you know, sent you off marching to your deaths or anything. I had hoped you would succeed.
Cool.
We have a party.
Someone maybe says something like
full of strong silent types.
Yeah.
Minus Snap.
We're all the
I see.
all the guys who sit in the corner and say nothing,
Yeah.
with a cloak flipped over our shoulder,
We like to just get down to business, you know?
to defeat the Huns, just like how we defeated March.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We almost went right to March by climbing up on top of the roof.
You almost did. I was like scrambling to make the boss fight. See, Harmon Marks steps up and says, "Hey, General, you know they definitely deserve some kind of a reward. You want we should give them the rings?" Just, yes, that would be. I guess that's about the only reward we have on hand. So Harmon goes off and brings back a box full of conveniently enough only 4 rings. Which look a little, somewhat, maybe, like that.
37K is gonna be left out.
Oh, bling.
Oh,
no, wait, we're
man.
gonna put down his antler.
No, but there's only 4 of them.
Alright, I'll give one to 37K.
Which one?
Like, cats don't wear rings, that's absurd.
Yeah, but the giant man and the lizard man. They both wear rings.
Have you ever seen a lizard man not wear a ring?
Have you seen a man in full armor wear rings?
Sure.
Besides ring mail.
Alright, anyway. They are definitely very shiny.
See, in fact, they know what the thing does. This may or may not, by the way, have been something I tossed in because of the events of last night.
Ooh. Ooh.
Oh yeah, so just take all 4 of them, put them on 37K.
And yeah, they relay what they do. Unfortunately, as beautiful as they are, they will crumble away once used. But you never know when you might need a little bit of extra oomph in combat.
That's very kind of you. Thank you.
By the way, how did you arrive here? I don't know if we've asked this.
Oh, well, you know,
Well, we have a ship, and then we went through the trenches, and then we fell through the floor.
subspace highways are a big thing where we're from, and
Surfer streets.
Are you going to have trouble getting back to your ship?
Oh, I don't think so.
Very well.
Actually, we might, because last time we tried to teleport out from here, I couldn't.
Oh no, that's because you have to have direct access to.
Yeah, you have to be above ground.
So we just go back the way we came.
Yeah, you have bad cell reception. We just need to be on the surface to be able to leave. So, I assume there's a way close to here that we can make our way up.
Probably the fastest way to get back above ground would actually be back out the way you came, by near the headquarters, actually.
Well, that sounds simple enough.
Since when you came into the place, you like fell down a long ways and then bounced off a pillow.
Yeah.
So. All right, so we heading out then.
Well,
Good.
sounds like a plan.
I'm going to be back momentarily.
Okie dokie. So, just take care of the pleasantries. Did this like have a map? I'm gonna move this just for the sake of what is this? Where does this go? Okay, never mind. Oh, I think this was the same map where there was the thing with the turnstile and the goofiness. Alright, so you get back out to the surface of the planet. There is ostensibly like still wartime stuff going on, you know, news of March's defeat hasn't fully spread, but you're pretty sure that your work here is done, and you got bigger and better places to be moving off to. And so I don't actually recall what the signaling device is, but somewhere or other you get a signal device going on, and everyone hunkers up, and you get beamed up back to the starship.
Hello.
Well, yeah,
Haro.
We are back on the ship.
we are?
We are.
Oh, yeah,
But
we
this
are.
had music. It did.
37K, you are a massive beast.
Some people are back to being not PNGs. Let's see. I forget all the stuff you can do on the ship.
Vending machine.
There are vending machines.
That's about it.
That's about it. There's also the you know, regeneration chambers and whatnot in case someone actually, you know, died, but none of you did. So
Yeah, I'm gonna store the scavenged drones in my pile of parts and stuff to tinker around with.
yes, the Heartroid or whatever the name of the robot thing was.
Well, there's
Or no, it was a one of the hovering
Yeah,
drones.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
right.
the little droid guy. He's still with us. He just
Mhm.
when we need help, when we need a little assistance.
Yeah. All right.
He's like a Palm Pilot.
Mm. Let's see. Is this the page? I think this is the page. All right. So with that being done, we can now put a big freehand, big red X through planet March has been completed. And as far as in this cluster of planets, there is only one planet left, which is
This month.
yeah, it is actually. It does in fact end up to be planet January. I believe previously you at least got the brief description. It's the ice planet.
Yeah. It's basically this month in the Northeast.
It's very true.
Yeah.
It was in a strange moment. It was colder in Alabama than it was in like Washington State.
Yeah.
That was some weird stuff right there. Okay. Any other like prep work on the starship before you get beamed down?
Wait, what's in the vending machine again?
That's a good question. I feel like I had another sheet here and I can't find it. I know there were a bunch of, it was like overpriced compared to other stuff. I remember that. Oh, there it is. There are apple gels, lemon gels, healing potions, and greater healing potions.
I'm gonna take 2 greater healing potions.
Okay, they are 13,000 credits each.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Anybody else?
I'm ready to go.
Okie dokie.
Korg's getting his tattoo.
So I think in like the first session we determined that you're like AI, whatever, like who probably isn't actually intelligent, but you know, you gotta have a thing like your Cortana or your Alexa or whatever the crap. Name was Zoe. Spelled like that apparently.
Zowie.
And you, I'm pretty sure I randomly generated that name. Okay, so as you're getting beamed down, nothing actually happens as you're getting beamed down. I need to grab your tokens though. I think I do. Unless they're already there. Question mark? No, they're not. So what are you guys thinking as you're about to go into this ice planet?
I'm thinking that I'm happy that my suit is good for different climates.
I'm hoping that we don't fight someone who's named January that's not powerful, independent, confident, and brave.
A thing happened that I actually almost forgot about though. Snap actually like checks his email or something.
His Hotmail account.
Yeah, his Hotmail account, and come find out like his cousin's second daughter's niece has a terrible kidney infection, and he's gonna have to
There's
like
just kidney beans
go see
everywhere.
about that. Yeah, there's just kidney beans everywhere, and just like you know how, like kidney stones. Imagine that, but like you have to pee kidney beans. It's terribly painful. Not a good thing. It's terminal illness. They're not giving him very long to live, so he's gonna have to peace out for an undisclosed length of time, which will consequently cause us to adjust some difficulties and stuff. It is on video, so I can confirm it in the future. Okay.
All right. Well, at least we still have the 4.5 of us.
I mean, yeah, you're right. I mean, that depends on, do you count 37K as...
I count
No,
as
no,
a
he's a
full.
whole. Yeah, he's a full.
Yeah.
I was counting.
He's a whole. Okay, who's the half? Wow.
I'm gonna use my bonus action to search him.
Scratch his eyes out.
To search for a new party member.
Okay. So...
I use my bonus action to search and I go on ziprecruiter.com. New party members.
Searching for competent party members. Let's see if we have music for this. We might.
Does the +1 on the cannon go towards like the ability attacks?
Only on the attack
Okay.
rolls. So it doesn't like add to the. It doesn't like deduct from the opponent's saving throws, which would be the logical, you know.
Well, there are like some. Wait, you said only on the attack rolls?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because all of your like other abilities are saving throws.
Not the homing.
Oh well, the homing missile. Yeah, I think it would add to that. The attack. I think that's the only other one that's an attack.
Okay.
Okie dokie. So, you warp down here. I'm not quite sure how fitting this music is going to be, but I'm going to click it.
Let it go.
It's not fitting at all.
Let it
I thought it was going to be this track. Okay, and now I made it too quiet. So you warp down, and you are on what is ostensibly a mountain. A very, very tall mountain. There's a thick blizzard, which is why there is fog of war on the map, very much obscuring your visibility. Best you can tell, though, that it is some very, very... Is this supposed to be a cliff here? Okay. No, it's not. Okay. It's a very sharp drop. Approximately, I can actually reveal a little bit more. About yay ways ahead of you. Beyond that line, you can kind of get a little bit of visibility down there. You can see it's a very sharp cliff that you're going to be falling down, like approximately in like an 85-degree incline. So like you'd be able to slide down it like kind of Mega Man X style without doing any falling damage or anything like that. but it would definitely be very difficult to walk back up it. Within moments of you getting here, it is extremely cold, so everybody except for Bustin, give me a Constitution
Not
save.
with my cat purr.
Not even with your cat.
I shouldn't have advantage, but I rolled a 7 and a 9, so... Oh, my 9 was first.
Okay.
We good. Well, maybe we good, but...
Pop quiz, does anybody know why Bustin doesn't have to roll?
Because he's a Goliath and he's immune to frozen nipples.
He is. He is. His nipples are always
If he even has them.
they're always stone hard. That's right.
Constitution save, you said?
Mm-hmm.
It's,
I guess give me one for 37k too. See if
He's
his like
metal.
Metal gets cold. Actually, I don't think
He's
it
not
matters.
even alive.
I don't think it does. Okay, you all pass. You do not suffer any sort of exhaustion or anything from this cold climate. I'm not even sure if constructs can suffer from exhaustion. I feel like they can't. But anyway. So how this area is laid out, you can kind of see there's these 3 brown things right here. And what those are like really tall, sharply 90-degree up plateaus that seem to kind of like divide into like you could fall down through one of
Question.
1, 2, 3, 4 areas.
We're still on the spaceship map?
Oh, Goram. Thanks.
theater. I like the
This
theater
looks
mine.
Sorry. Okay. Maybe that makes slightly more sense
Yeah.
now.
Aw, sick tile.
Slightly. Yeah. So as you get here and you're kind of like getting a view of the surroundings, everyone can give me an intelligence check and a perception check.
Get the bad one out of the way first.
Very bad. We just need somebody to not suck. at
Thanks, Malice.
Malice has like been on point for.
Thanks,
Oh,
Boston.
baby. Yeah. See if anyone else can beat that intelligence. I think it's just.
Man, I
Bustin',
like how it
actually.
just got the thing for search actions, and
If I get 2
Why does
crits
everything
in
have
a row-
advantage?
Because you have the
click
advantage.
the
button.
advantage.
page.
Alright.
That was
Okay.
37 K's intelligence. He's more
so-
intelligent than me.
Sad times. Alright, so Malice is actually, I don't know, I guess lizard folk are like, they're kind of like, yeah, you know, loot's good. Gets the idea, you know what? There might be like some treasure like buried in the snow that people have lost. So, you know, it seems like there's multiple paths through here.
Ooh.
So, there's that. And Korog is looking around and kind of like surveying the situation. You know, you're probably used to these like, you know, intense blizzards on the mountains. You know, that's kind of where he grew up. You know, he kind of surveys the fields. Like, doesn't look like there's actually any hostiles going around here. So, it's kind of up to you guys if you want to like all travel as a group or maybe split up and slide down different areas.
I'll explain that.
Yeah, it definitely seems like it's going to be probably several hundred feet down. I think each drop is about like looks at least like 100 feet down. So you're definitely sliding down a pretty tall mountain. Which you're not even technically at the peak of the mountain, but your compass, however, is showing that you need to go that direction. So
Okay.
I think there's also some like walls on the side that are
I
kind of
feel
blocking
like
you
I
off
have
from
a
going that
thing
way.
for
So.
this.
Yeah, for real.
Adam should refill his health.
You should.
Adam is.
If you want, you can all roll initiative to decide what order you get to pick your paths at.
Sure.
I should probably bring the thing up. It's not combat initiative, it's just, you know.
I'm gonna ride on the elk. I feel like elk
Yeah,
are
something.
pretty good at running through snow and stuff.
I mean, better his feet than yours.
Right.
Coral's ready to move fast. He's ready to get up and go.
Ruined.
It's only fitting that the Goliath is going to be best adept to be moving around, jumping the gun on the snowy mountainside.
Outdone by a lizard man.
Well, it's the planet of Malice and Bustin.
Okay, so this first drop off here, you see there's kind of
It's like
divided by these things.
Like
There's
pachinko
1,
machines?
2, 3. It's kind of like a pachinko. Yeah, it's kind of like a pachinko or are Plinko and pachinko like the same kind of thing?
So.
Yeah, it's kind of like Plinko from the one show, Price is Right. Okay, Malice, where would you like to go?
That's a good question. Where would I want to go?
We have 4 lovely options.
Good. Yeah. Catch me.
Okay, Mouse is gonna go over there. Or is Cora gonna go?
Korak.
Just thinking about it.
Cork in the
If you want, you can also pick the same one as somebody else. Just, then you may have to quarrel over who gets the treasure. If there's any treasure.
Oh, okay, now I see what this is. With branching paths. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Corey.
Bustin'. Gotta push the button. Push, Bustin', push.
You're almost there, honey. First push.
I knew it. I knew that was gonna get referenced.
I'd say Bustin goes far left.
You say Bustin' goes to the front.
Oh,
Give him 5 seconds to move his token. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, Tinker.
Tinker is gonna go this way.
Okay. Adam.
Right there.
Okay. We'll put
Oh wait,
Bustin'
are we
right
supposed
there
to go up
since
on
you-
top?
No, you were not. Yeah, alright. So each of you slides down. Some of you get a little bit chilly, snow kicking up on in your trousers, but you're all alright. Alright, and as you kind of get around, you poke around in the snow. Adam finds a thing.
Ooh, I found a thing.
Yeah, you do.
Oh boy, it's a thing.
Oh, it's like Norman's gym.
Mm-hmm. Can you see the bag?
Yeah.
Okay. Inside the bag, you found some money.
Nice.
Oh damn.
Good way to start paying off those greater healing potions.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. So there's not actually a walkway between where Blah is and where Bustin is.
Oh.
Yeah, it's kind of you can maybe see there's a gradient there, but the tile didn't quite let me represent it properly. But yeah, this block right here is blocking off Blah and Bustin. But they both can go towards what you would imagine is the same thing. So now probably each of you have a fork in the road that you can make, and you might get an idea of you might see someone who starts sliding down. So Malice gets to start sliding down first, though.
Mouse, take a right. Take a hard right into the wall. And then you'll turn around and start scooting backwards. Just like a Mario.
So how far do I get to go?
You can either go left or right. From where you're at right now.
Boop. Boop. Actually, yeah, I'll just go this way.
He's just gonna take it back, scoot backwards.
You went to the right?
Yep.
Okay. Bustin is not here apparently still. I'm gonna roll a D2 for him. Bustin goes to the right.
Tinker goes to the right also.
Okay. And Adam goes to...
All by the authority of Meanie Miny Mo, I'm going this way.
Okay. The good news is, each of you find something.
Ooh.
Nice.
The bad news is some of you find something more interesting than others. Blah finds something that he actually recognizes.
Oh.
It is another one of those boomerangs like Snap had, which is
Boomerang.
convenient because
Snap
Snap
is
just
gone.
left with it.
Boomerang always comes back.
I'm gonna have to give that one to Adam, I think.
It literally came back. Bustin gets some money, which I'll note on him when he actually gets here. Malice moved on top of his. Hold up. Malice gets some money. Opens a sack, finds some credits.
Adam found a man.
He did find a
I
man.
found you, Dad.
That means Adam gets the dialogue for
I
this.
can't find me a
It's
man.
part of the.
Oh,
All right.
I found me a man. I searched.
Okay. So yeah, he's kind of like tending a campfire. It's probably like a somber music, not this happy upbeat music. But he sees this large cat, not large, but medium-sized cat person come like coming down the mountain. He's like kind of like ducking for cover, like thinks some sort of snow goblins are out here trying to ambush him, and sees that you like don't look like a goblin. It's like, whoa, who are you?
My name's Adam. You okay there, buddy? You seem to be, in the middle of a lot of cold.
Yeah, well, it's better than being in town.
What's going on in town?
Oh, ask him if he wants to snuggle up to your warm fur coat.
He kind of raises an eyebrow and she's like, "You're not from around here, are you?"
Are most catmen from around here?
Nah, I can't say, although, fur coat must be nice, huh?
Yeah, it doesn't help that much in this cold.
Yeah, I hear you. So, what brings you here to this mountain?
We heard something was going on, and we've just been trying to help, just passing through, help as we can. So, what's going on in town?
Okay. Well, yeah, I guess if you're not from this world, you wouldn't know. About a year ago, this guy goes by the name of January. Took over and started running this show here. Now, this planet, we don't fight much, you know what I mean? I consider myself pretty strong, but not so much for the fighting wars and whatnot against actual weapons. So, best I could tell, he took over the nearby town at the bottom of the mountain here, and is just kind of running it. I don't really know, if he's going off other places. I heard something about, he was building something, but he keeps like a tight watch on the town, and I don't know. I don't like that.
Doesn't sound
I
good.
figure, you know what? I feel at least safer out here in the elements, where at least I know what I'm dealing with. By the way, you got any food? Because my rations are kind of starting to run low.
Do I have food? Because if I say no, he's gonna try to eat me.
That's a good question. Do you have food?
I don't have a written.
Do you have,
I
like,
Explorer's
Do
pack.
you... Yeah, so you probably have rations.
I'll give him like half my rations.
Okay, it's like, oh man, thanks.
If we go down there and we fix everything, I'll make sure to at least get someone to come get you, so not freezing your tailbone off.
He sort of looks at you and incredulously, like, as if like, is this guy crazy? Like, these people have been up here running the show for like almost a year now.
Still nothing.
It's like, yeah, okay. Tell you what though, thanks for the food. He reaches into his pack, pulls out some items that I don't actually have a sheet for. There are some arrows, and at the end of their arrowhead, I believe is the actual term there, is sort of looks like a flame symbol, I'm not gonna waste your time making you identify
Fire
them. It's fire arrows.
Oh man, that.
These are pretty good if you need to light a campfire, you know?
Oh yeah.
Maybe a bit of a waste.
Well, I think I could definitely use it.
Yeah, only thing about it is we don't really make bows here to fire out of, so I had to throw some at this bunch of sticks here to start this fire. It's not nearly as effective when you throw them, you know.
Yeah.
Right, well, he kind of sits back down and continues to eat the rations that you gave him.
Well, see you later, buddy.
Yeah, best of luck out there.
What a nice guy.
Okay. He's a nice guy. Okay. Meanwhile, the rest of you are sliding down. For the sake of stuff, we'll just keep it going in parallel. So, Bustin just gotta pick a random route. Malice, you actually kind of only have one way to go.
So I go that way.
Okie dokie. Korg's gonna roll another D2. He's gonna go to the right.
He's leaning too far.
I got to
to the
skew
right.
from the norm and go left.
Okay, and Adam's gonna end up running into somebody.
Again?
Yep.
I'm gonna go this way in case we need more dialogue.
Okay. The good thing about that
We're in
is
the car.
you all avoided going to the empty one.
Oh, nice.
Wow, you cheated.
Yeah.
Yep.
Alright, Blah's over here.
It's my visor that I have. It just lets me see everything.
Blah finds some credits
Nice.
and a sack. Get that loot. What does Midir find? Midir finds actually the exact same thing because apparently I didn't RNG things properly. Okay. And inside this sack, which I feel like Korg probably gets there first, just because you know Adam had some dialogue.
Yeah, and I talked to it.
So yeah, Korg's like I guess looking at this thing as Adam approaches, and it is some kind of not money. It is in fact some kind of a shield inside.
Ooh, mechanical design.
It's kind of like thick in the like a thick shield.
Too bad I don't think any of us use shields. But yeah, I'll hold on to it.
I'm sure nobody has the shield master feat.
Wait, I have the shield mastery feat.
No one needs a shield.
I need a
No
shield.
one needs a shield.
It's a shield.
So Bustin's like, well, I use these, so you know you use that sword sometimes, so you can have it.
Well, I'm not using my other arm for the sword. Might as well.
You know, you can carry it for now. Maybe we give it to the to Midir.
Maybe.
He's gonna shrug. You know, hush hush between the two fighters. All right, and one final direction. Now that you're that Adam and Korg are on the same plane, that you like agree to like split up,
Yeah.
We'll go left.
so you don't
I think
accidentally
we're
hit
gonna
each other.
crisscross.
We'll go left again.
Okay, and actually, yeah, Midir has a choice of left or right as well.
Well, since doing that, I'm just going to go right. Keep it to the right, boys.
Warding mouse as much as
Okey-dokey.
possible so he doesn't find the shield.
Okay, so only one person, however, finds something this time, and it's
Of
Korg.
course it is.
Oh, I thought it would be too obvious to go right, left, right.
It's true. I think.
I should have made 37k
Yeah.
go and pick things up.
That's true. He would have had to dug out the things by himself. That's that to Korg, which I'll add for him.
Oh.
Okay. So, from there is only one more thing that jumped down, which is directly in front of you. But after you do, you reach the bottom of the canyon. The valley, as it were.
Oh no.
And there's a path that goes further on.
Let's take the path.
Okie dokie, let me add that to busted sheet. Nope, I need to pop out. Pop out. Okay, so it is a mile, maybe a little bit less than a mile, walk into the village through, you're kind of like a corridor, as it were. So you're mostly protected from the, the howling blizzard that was going on. So it's not quite as cold. At least you don't have to worry about the wind. Let me add that to Bustin's thing. And shortly you come upon a village. Okay. Bustin is almost the equivalent of 500 GP. Apparently more somehow. Okay. I gotta actually grab the thing. Let me actually grab all you guys to transport you there. You just got one everywhere.
Hey, Tinker, 37K's leaking something.
Oh man.
Oh my. Okay. So this appears to be kind of in a not a ditch, but you know,
A reverse
I'm not sure the
plateau.
geographical term. Sure, it's like an inverse plateau, a clearing, perhaps, as it were. There's a couple of houses here, perhaps like some other houses that are not actually on the map detailed, but there's some. Apparently, people live in igloos. You see off in the distance there. I mean, that's not too crazy. There is some kind of a sundial type thing in the middle, and I guess these are two houses of note that stand out to you. Off in the distance also, probably maybe like half a mile, no more than half a mile away, you see a large tower that's like several stories tall, you would imagine. At least like 5 or 6. What do?
We probably have to break into all these houses.
Yeah, it's the natural deduction. Breaking and entering, guys. You know what time it is.
Always the way. This house on the left seems to have like some sort of a potion like placard on it.
Potty shop.
Which
an apothecary.
Your adventure instincts like kick in. It's like, this has got to be some kind of a, like item shop. Or
Yeah,
something
yeah.
like
Let's go. I'm gonna stable up my elk. Tie him to the post.
that. Yeah, they probably in fact do have posts like on the side. All right, inside is a nice shopkeeper with a beard, because I don't have enough tokens for to make every NPC be unique.
Oh, it's that
Like,
guy.
welcome.
It's Master Roshi.
Like, oh. So he sees this guy in like this advanced-looking kind of suit of armor, cat guy, and probably
Lizard man
a lizard folk,
and a stone nipple man.
large boy. Yep. That's like the thing with Gorons, right? Their nipples are stone. Yeah, that's kind of how I imagine Bustin's nipples.
Is that like all of it, or just?
I'm also now envisioning the heart tattoos being like he like put them on like pasties. That's the mental image we needed tonight. Like, welcome. What can I get for you?
Potions.
Potions we have.
What kind of potions?
He has the following inventory, as well as a cloak of some kind, but he only has one of. Not a ton of stuff in stock, but you look at his prices and you see a little bit cheaper than they were on the ship.
What do the apple gels do again?
Apple gels restore half your hit dice. You roll half your hit dice without your con mod, and they heal that much.
Glad to know I've wasted 6,000 credits.
I know,
Well,
right?
actually, no. Yeah, 6,000.
Well, at least you found a couple in the snow.
It's true.
And lemon gel does what?
That's a good question. I know it restores
I feel like it's
SP. It is SP. I think, don't hold me to this, I think it's a D2 per caster level that you restore.
I feel like
potion
Malice
healing
should buy that. Malice, you have 20,000 credits, right?
For a single gel?
Yeah.
That seems expensive, but
Malice, how many caster levels do you have?
7, so that would be 14.
Yeah, that's kind of a lot of healing, right?
Also, like 5 levels in robot.
No.
Things in robot.
And then, but yeah, I mean, what, Miles, what else are you gonna spend your money on?
There's a cloak off on the side. Appears to be blue.
Oh, I like blue cloaks.
What
So does Malice.
do?
Oh, the cloak. Something that we don't get in too often, but it's quite helpful around these parts. It is pretty expensive though, since we don't get them very often.
We should have taken Snap's money before you left.
Isn't Malice isn't Malice cold-blooded?
How much money does Buxton have?
That's a good question. He has... I feel like he doesn't actually have that
Closer
gold.
to 50k.
Close to 50k, yes.
We don't have to tell him, it's not like he's gonna notice.
I think he'll notice like all of his gold being, all of his credits being done.
I feel like the Cloak of Cold Resistance would be good for Malice, because if he resists cold, and we were to get hit with, like, say, a blizzard, he would be alive, and he would be able to heal us.
Well, how much money do you have?
Yeah. Can I assume that Blah or Tinker like kind of feels up the cloak for approximately 10 minutes?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. You also discovered does not require attunement.
Whoa. Dang.
I think like the rings do, but cloaks don't. So I'm also not sure how many cloaks you can stack at a time. But
One on each side.
you can wear them as like like when you pull off like your coat and you like tie it around your waist.
Yeah.
That's what male guard
Well,
wears.
we-
It's not a dress they have. It's like their hoodie that they pulled off and tied around.
Kids remember.
Yep.
Well, how much money do you have?
60k-ish.
Okay, I have like 40. Miles, how much money do you have?
Well, hold on. I didn't actually add the 2 bits of credit I just got for the minigame, so let me get
How much do you have right now without adding it?
about 50k. I'll probably have close to 60k with that.
So, firstly, do you want this Cloak of Cold Resistance?
Kind of want it, but you do make a good point. I do kind of want a couple lemon gels.
Well, maybe our good sir here will be willing to make us a bulk purchase.
Just point the gun at him.
Okay, evil party.
See this button? It can literally destroy this entire town.
Man, if it only fucking...
This town is already under enough stress.
I'm sure we can negotiate.
Yeah, you do notice with his wares are not exactly overflowing, so he's probably not like willing to. He's not having a fire sale.
Right.
I mean, if he was having a fire sale on an ice planet, that would be weird. But
He'd be making a lot of money.
Maybe I can trade him.
It
Maybe
would.
I can, like, help trade,
Everybody needs fire.
lower the price. Like, trade him for my shield I've had since I was a kid. that I totally just didn't get.
I mean, he might be willing to do some kind of a trade.
Yeah.
Well, let's figure out what that shield actually does before we just get rid of it.
I can
Oh, it's just
identify
a
that.
shield.
Oh, is it just a shield?
Yeah, it's just a shield.
Just a shield.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
No. See, it's a shield once owned by a king who slayed 1,000 armies by himself.
Yeah, and that's me. So
No, it's not
shielding.
you. It was your ancestor. Come on, it's gotta have historical value as well.
I mean, it's fine now, because I haven't had it since I was a kid.
Right.
Because you're still a kid.
Yeah.
Loopholes. Yeah, so as far as Adam can tell, it's just a shield. But that's because he's a fighter.
Yeah.
A terrible fighter, but still.
True.
What is
Like how
with
you're
you
a
and
terrible
making
ranger.
terrible characters? Is that just your gimmick, Indigo?
Because I could, like, you know, they sound really cool, like a sharpshooter or a beastmaster, but they're just terrible.
Well, that's why I don't do that shit. I do shit that's actually debatably good, debatably bad.
Like imposing disadvantage on everybody.
Hmm.
At 600 feet.
Yeah.
Unless they
Or-
target me at 600 feet.
Or, you know, trying to summon a bunch of demons without a mouth.
I was successful in that regard.
Yeah,
It's
you
like,
were.
oh wait, I can still do my shit. Science be damned.
Okay, I asked him if he'd be willing to possibly offer somewhat of a discount if we were to buy the lemon gel and the cloak.
Well, given how rarely I get these in, I kind of need to turn as much of a profit as I can.
What if I told you that these would be highly beneficial in aiding us in freeing this planet from the control of its current ruler?
January.
Sort of like perks his eyebrows and is like, "Are you talking about the man in the tower?"
If the man in the tower is January, then sure.
Sort of nods along. Yes, I think that's what he goes by. Often sends his patrolmen down here. Very, very strict they are.
I'm sure they're not great for business.
No, although it's not like we get very many visitors often anyway. But even less ever since he came around.
Should I give you like a persuasion?
Maybe like a persuasion, so yeah.
I mean, I'll throw it through. Oh,
See how much like moxie you can display. Like, yeah, we can do this.
Okay.
It's not the most persuasive. I mean, he doesn't think you're total chumps, you know.
I mean,
but
like, okay, so I can throw 30,000. We can make Bustin throw 10 because it's Bustin, and then
That's his pet. It's his like tax for not being here.
actually I'll throw 40,000 and then Bustin can throw 10. You guys can split 25,000. Like you and Malice.
Yeah. But we wouldn't be able to get the lemon jail.
I mean, probably still
But-
could.
Oh, Malice
I mean,
did
we
if
could
you
get all
wanted
of it as long as we just lock Bustin in a room with them.
Yeah. I'll give 25k towards it.
Wait, actually, I'm gonna try something first. I don't know. I can try the Puss in Boot eyes from trying.
Puss in Boot eyes. Check.
And to have them, like, you know,
You gotta roll good at some point tonight, right?
so...
No, that's his curse for rolling all the shitty characters.
What would you
Well,
roll for that?
Persuasion.
Persuasion.
So honestly, I think my
Deception.
my last character would have been shit. Let's take a weapon that
We're
can
all
only do
same.
1 damage and
Go for it.
Gotta crit with it.
Crit with that. Crit with the cat eyes.
Sorry, sure you can't do anything.
Rip.
Okay.
Alright. Mouse, are we getting this cloak?
Yeah, I'll throw 25. So I'm losing 45,000 total because I'll just straight up buy the gel for myself.
Alright, cool. It'll be worth it in the long run.
Of course, you guys can pass around the cloak, you know, amongst yourselves if
Yeah.
you decide otherwise.
It matches your complexion.
It kind of does, yeah.
Well, old man, it's been good doing business with you. Who knows? We might come back later, find him dead, and then take the money back anyway.
I mean, it's possible.
Just have to kill him.
It's D&D. Anything's possible.
You're not wrong.
They have igloos on this planet. That's a sundial.
That is a
There
sundial.
literally could not be more of a stark contrast between the last planet we were on and this one.
It's also much, much colder.
So what's next?
That's a good question.
Are we
There's-
stopping now, or are we going?
Let's just keep heading up.
Hmm. You do
Chicken
see
and
like
lobster.
a guy like kind of come out from the house to the right.
Ooh.
Let's ignore him.
He's a pretty old looking guy.
Oh my gosh!
I think we should just keep going.
Run!
And he looks like a pretty happy guy. He's not like actually. I assume Malice is like with the group. He's not going towards Malice. He's just like making rounds around the town.
While he's doing that, I'm just gonna nonchalantly walk in his
Walk
house.
into his house.
Okay, in his house. Okay. It is a fairly modest abode. You know, kind of the stuff you would
Of course
expect.
I'm gonna stealth.
Of course, you're gonna stealth.
Oh, look.
Let's see. We were deducting 10K from busting that. Okay.
I'm sure you won't mind.
He will probably be
And if he
amenable
does
to
mine,
that.
I'll just
Oh, you
give him the
I
10K
rolled
back.
You can pay him
call
back
it a
later.
day.
Yeah. You make like a clanging noise. The guy does not like turn around though. He may have hearing loss. It's possible.
Okay, he's going in the house.
He's gonna make a perception check though. He probably has like 0. Oh no. He's
Roll
not.
a 2 or 2.
Lessons probably not actually. Okay.
I'm going in the house now.
You're going in the house. In the house, you find things that you might expect to be in a house. I think the thing upstairs, there is probably an upstairs room. As see, there's a window up there, but it is not very ornate at all. Tantamount to an attic.
I'm gonna go upstairs.
Okay. Go upstairs. It is an attic without a ton of stuff in it. There's maybe like some books, possibly some like childhood sweetheart, like love
Can't look
letters.
for anything cool.
From like.
Give me a investigation
Cool, I
check.
just got proficiency in that.
Yeah, 7th level ability kicking up. You see some love letters. Yeah, they are addressed to a guy named Frank. Where's the rest of the party while Adam is sitting here doing
we're
RPG
just
things?
chilling out by the sundial, catching some rays.
Okay, this guy's gonna roll another perception check to see if he is freaking blind.
Yep.
He's not entirely blind. He sees there's some people by the sundial, but he doesn't like rush over to you. He's just kind of still making his rounds, having no knowledge that there's a cat person, literally a cat burglar, in his house.
Does he have anything that looks cool? Like, does he just have anything like knickknacks lying out?
It's got a porcelain, like some fine china, and by fine china I mean like probably very dingy, but it's
Fine.
like a teacup.
Well, I am a cat, so
You like tea?
no, I knock stuff over.
Okay. this teacup that you find in the attic, I guess, shatters all over the floor.
Oh no.
Just looking for like. I'm gonna take a box like in the attic, just with random stuff in it.
You're gonna take a what?
Take a box of like like just a random cardboard boxes of stuff.
You're gonna take a nap in the box, aren't you?
I'm just gonna take the box.
Why are you doing this?
He's gotta have something to take a short rest in.
You know.
Are you taking the contents of the box or just the box?
I'm taking whatever's in the box.
Okay.
We'll figure that out.
I'm gonna roll a d20 to find out how notable the stuff in the box is. It is just random crap. Possibly like an action figure of like a snowman. Is probably the most notable thing
Cool,
in there.
Is there like a back door?
It's an attic, so there's just like one exit back to the main floor.
I'm gonna peek outside to see if he's looking.
You do not see him.
Okay, I'm gonna walk outside.
Okay. As you were exiting down the staircase, he now sees, oh, there's some guys by the sundial, and he was happened to come this way. Hey, hello.
Greetings.
Haven't seen you around here, travelers.
We get around.
Ah, that's wonderful. We haven't had travelers here in several months. My name's Frank Coldstone. Frank Coldstone.
Sounds delicious.
Welcome to our village.
This is quite a town you got here. How many?
I'm afraid it's nothing special.
How many-
I can't imagine why you would actually want to come here, but I'm glad to see some unfamiliar faces.
How many people live here?
Let's see. There's 2, 3, 5, 11. About 11 people.
3, 5,
no.
11, 4.
13 and a
7.
half.
Half? Oh, I'm not there.
Oh, yes.
I'm not there, never mind.
Poor Betsy Sue. She lost both of her arms in a horrible accident a few years back.
That sounds awful.
You roll a 1.
She rolled a 1 on a woodcutting check.
That's horrible.
No, that's not
Hey,
actually
old man, want to hear a joke?
Sure.
Knock knock.
Who's that?
Not Betsy Sue.
She is still up and around and kicking. Of course, some of the houses here you can see, we don't always have doors, so knock-knock jokes might not always work.
That's disappointing. Anyway.
So, what brings you to this planet?
Well, we're here to see a man about a tower. Maybe bring it down.
As you mentioned the tower, he he sort of gets a more serious look on his face. Are you referring to the tower up there that bad man built?
That would be the tower. Yes.
He is a naughty one, he is. You see, here on planet January, we're a peaceful sort. No weapons, anything of that
No
sort.
locked door.
No locked door. What? Is Adam like walking back to the
Comes out of
sundial
nowhere.
with this box? Yeah, by this point is Adam like rejoining the group with this box of things that surely didn't come from this old man's attic.
No. I'm just watching from a distance.
Watching from a distance. Gotcha. I mean, you've got that. That's your thing, right? Careful eyes. You literally just got that trait. We'll make it useful. You, I don't suppose you know too much about our planet, do you? Though you did come here as a tourist, so maybe?
We don't know too much. We know it's cold.
I know. I noticed you were looking at our sundial here.
Yes. It's pretty interesting. Most of the places we've been to have other ways of telling the time.
Yes, yes. I'm afraid our technology is not quite as advanced. You also notice, Blah, that the sundial has, like, not moved, like, a millimeter.
Is it always
since
hiding?
you got here? He proceeds to explain, this planet is, I hear, a bit different from others. Other planets, I hear, they spin around. There's day and night. I think that's what they're called. But here, we just... Well, I'm no astronomer, but it's just night for a very, very long time, and then it's day for a very, very long time.
New Zealand.
It's Alaska.
That too.
Kind of like Alaska, except like on a dramatic scale.
So New Zealand.
The planet does not rotate at all. It just revolves. So we use this sundial to see how close we are to the dark season.
That must be very difficult, especially for...
If you're an off-worlder, I suppose you have the thing where you sleep when it gets dark and you wake up when it gets bright again, right?
For the most part.
We don't have anything like that here. Which, I admit, does make it strange when the rare occasions we travel to other planets.
I mean, it's just as long
But
as
anyway.
actual Alaska.
So, about that tower. You weren't thinking of going up there, were you? He kind of glances over you and sees, like, you know, we got this big dude with ostensibly 2 great swords strapped to his back.
Well, we don't have much of a choice.
Well, what choice would that be?
Well, we've got to go up there and deal with the problem.
Oh.
Well, we have been having a problem. That is true. Did you hear about this problem? And that's why you're here?
Well, yes. In fact, we have been tracking the group which this man in the tower works with for some time, and we've already taken down a couple of his companions. So,
Oh, is that a fact? I always just assumed he worked alone. Truth be told, I don't know if he's set his sights on anywhere besides this small little village. This is a fairly rural planet, as you might imagine, and word doesn't travel quickly.
huh. Well,
He sort of looks around and is like, you know, come to think of it, I suppose we don't have much in the way of lodgings here, but I do have a spare bed in my house if you find the need to take a rest.
appreciate the offer, and we may in fact take you up on that at some point. But for now, we do have some work to do.
Okay. It's Adam. What's up with Adam now? Is he getting back to the group or like sneaking
Just waiting for him
around?
to leave.
Okay. Imagine you're like kind of like tucked behind the corner of the house. It's like, well, I suppose I'll get back to my rounds. Don't go getting into too much danger up there.
Oh, trust me, we kind of live for danger.
That's quite the opposite of the people here. We're as relaxed and peace-loving as they come. Well, nice to meet you. Oh, I come to think of it, I suppose I didn't even ask your names. How rude of me.
My name is Tinker, and this is 37K.
Nice to meet you, Stinker.
And I'm Medea.
Ah, nice to meet you, my lady.
He tips his hat, of course.
Korug says, I'm Korug. Ah, nice to meet you, Korg.
I thought you were gonna go with Corey.
And we have a
Korg.
feline friend around here somewhere. His name is Adam, but he seems to have wandered off.
Ah, well, I'm sure Adam is a nice man, too.
Irony. Irony.
Because you see, Adam is the only one with a quote-unquote normal name. Yeah. Well, with that, he
meeting you.
wishes you good luck and kind of resumes his rounds. And Adam notices he sort of parts ways and maybe like goes towards the item shop you were just in.
Nice.
Yep.
I call for Adam.
Cat call. I don't know how well Adam responds to being catcalled.
We're about to find. Oh, apparently well.
Hey, what's up, guys? That was a very long conversation.
Yeah, it happens. Alright, so where are we headed? We're headed out of this town up the hill towards the tower?
That definitely seems to be where your GPS or whatever it is pointing. Well, you can literally see the tower. It's like maybe half a mile away.
Let's do it.
As you walk up to there, you got to probably about where you are right there, and I guess the group is kind of around you. So there's some people who are marching down, and they look. So you just heard that the people on this planet are, they don't have weapons or any of that stuff. These guys, some people marching down, they're like armored and crap, and they do have weapons.
Ah.
Yeah, they do. It's like, hey, who are you?
That depends on who's asking.
By the way, position yourselves where you're supposed to be.
Okie dokie.
I feel like Corey's probably towards the front. Screw walking in a single file line. That's for grade schoolers. What is this guy's rank? You ask him who's asking. It's like, I'm Lieutenant Ice of January's Royal Guard. We don't take kindly to visitors here. And you see two, kind of like twinsies guys, with different gear on. They look kind of similar. So what brings you here? He's got a very stern look on his face, like he does not like that you're here.
Hey Adam, you got any snarky responses?
Hi.
Sick, got him. Roasted.
He kind of like takes a few steps forward and is like, listen, I don't know how you got here, but get out.
You're not my dad.
I'm afraid I can't do that. Star Fox? Oh wait, that's not how that goes.
Do you actually kind of say that in character?
Yeah, kind of. Something along those lines.
Well, if you won't leave, and the boys pull out their swords, we'll have to make you leave.
That's... sounds good to me. Loser.
That was,
You guys want to go and bop him tonight?
kind of the idea we had with you.
I need to get the
Initiative?
Initiative. We can go and bop these guys tonight. almost rolled D3. Okay, these guys suck on this.
Why? Okay, 37k should be a 10, not a 7. That's weird. And Tinker's thing didn't go through. That's weird. There we go.
We'll go with this.
Oh, hold on, I'm sorry, I need to roll initiative.
Yeah, you do. I need to roll one for Korg too.
Medear's going last. It's just how it is. You're cold-blooded in the snow, Medear. You're not moving very quickly.
I mean, he literally
Oh,
just got
okay.
the cloak, which I assume he puts
Yeah,
on.
put on. So I'm sorry, what does the cloaky do again?
It just gives you cold resistance.
Pretty good.
That will be welcomed.
Mm-hmm. Okie dokie. Adam's fast on the draw.
The quickest cat in the West.
Literally does have the blast hand crossbow, I assume.
Nope.
Somebody
Oh,
got it.
at some point I would have given Adam the boomerang.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know that I
dude,
actually
I
had
forgot
a...
to write this down, but
I
how
didn't.
many flame arrows did I get?
I think it was 3 or 5. It was 5.
I need to play through 1 point. Actually, no, Monster Tactics is on my list.
Alright.
Okay, yeah,
Likewise.
okay. Pull up the...
Oh, don't you have
Oh.
Diana's quiver stuff? Or somebody's quiver?
You do.
You have it.
You should roll with that sometime.
You have it.
No, I gave it back to you.
No, you didn't.
No, I literally did.
No, you did. No, you did.
Yeah, you have it. You totally did. I promise.
Somebody can roll on the Diana's quiver table.
I mean, I'm not complaining.
Yeah. Adam's got it.
Yeah. Roll on the macro one, because I want to
Oh.
see it. Go right, guys.
I didn't have enough room for it on my back with my new gun.
There's no room for quivers where we're going. Well, that looks like roll a D2. One piece of +2 ammunition.
Nice.
Cool, so I feel like blowing everything right now, blowing off some steam.
I'm gonna blow the load all over the snow.
So I'm gonna steady game with my longbow. With the first...
Oh, a thing because of your useless ability. You see, this guy's got a mace. This guy has a long sword over here, and a shield, as does that guy. The guy on the right does not have a shield. He has 2 short swords.
Cool, I'm gonna shoot DPS guy.
Yeah, he looks like he's less heavily armored.
The +2 arrow. It's at the 14.
It's a 14. Freaking missed by 1.
I'm gonna shoot
It's
him again.
unfortunate.
Wait, is it...
Is it with you what?
It's 13.
That one will hit for 13.
Cool, action server.
They're like kind of clearly not used to fighting and roughing up anyone who fights back.
Is he still alive?
He is still alive.
Of course.
Oh no. At least it was the last one. Alright, D100. You missed it by 1. Oh my. Alright, you moving back or staying put?
I'm gonna... feline agility. Back to my safe
Back to the
space.
safe corner of the house. Frank Coldstone will never know. Okay, up next is... I feel like this guy's probably got more. Actually, no, Bustin had the same. So I'm not even to Bustin then. Alright, Bustin's gonna walk up and smash face. Just gonna DPS down the guy that Adam just hit. It's a great sword. Misses. That's actually some bonus action one, I guess. Misses.
Yep, that's busted.
Okay, this guy immediately gets his turn. He's gonna be like, whoa! He's gonna circle around. He's gonna come up busting with some short swords. With a 1, a miss, a 2, a miss, and a offhand one, which will also miss. Tinker, try to hit something, please.
Okay. I'll shoot the guy that just went after Bustin.
Okie dokie. Sort of stealth told you his AC. So.
Oh yeah. Firstly, the recharge thing, is that at the beginning of my turn?
Yes. You roll at the start of your turn. See if you get it back.
Okay. And also, the thing where it says +2 intelligence, does that mean you have to have that as a prereq to use it?
You're talking about the take aim? So your int mod is +6? Or +3?
Yeah.
So you get to use that ability 5 times per short rest, is what that means.
Okay, cool. Alright. Yeah, let's do it. We're taking aim. That's supposed to have advantage. That's literally what I was just doing.
Let's see if you crit.
Alright. Yeah, but we hit.
Okay. That'll connect for the 21. He is looking pretty well bloodied up now. Okay, Tinker appears to be riding on 37k, so that's where his movement goes into. Mouse, what's your dex?
My dex is 10, I think. Exactly.
Okay, well, this guy's got higher, so he goes first then. Okay, this guy's gonna try to like flank Bustin while he's got the chance, because this guy, even though he was like whiffing, he's like, ah, ha, an opening. Comes at Bustin with a long sword, has advantage. We'll see if he is not hit. Wow, these guys suck. That one, however, will hit. Scratches Bustin's side a little bit. And Malice.
Let's get the flank train going!
Oh my.
By first, I mean I'm gonna cast
Shillag.
Chillag on my overpowered stick, or as it is. I'm just gonna run up and...
You gotta be really careful not to crit fail with that thing and like have it go flying, because it'll be useless without it. You won't be useless without it, but it'll hurt.
I mean, it takes him down from Uber to OU.
Something to that effect.
By which I mean, like, people never actually use this build for no reason. I don't know why. It's pretty broken.
Wow.
That will miss. That's what I was doing, roll 4 and a 6. Okay. That looks like it's going to bring it to 37k's turn.
37k is going to get a run and start at this man. I think this is the only route he can take because of the wall. So...
Probs.
Well, actually, I think he can stop here because his...
Yeah, 10 feet of reach on the ram, right?
Yeah. Charging ram. So he can stop here. And not have advantage. And charging ram him. Boom!
Boom! Got him! Flattens the boy.
And then
Lays him out on the deck.
back up a little bit.
Okay. This guy does not like, you know, his buddy just got whammoed, so he's gonna come down here and kind of like take his spot, and he's gonna come after Bustin with a couple of mace swings. if the thing wants to load. He's gonna hit that one, and he's gonna crit that one. And now this is the Bustin' I know and love.
I mean, the Bustin' we don't know.
Not -1. How did that happen? Alright, I feel like Bustin's gonna use his Stone's Endurance right there to shave 9 points off that.
Makes sense. He gets that back on the short rest. Yeah.
He does. It's basically a second wind. Okay, Adam.
You can't second wind as a reaction though, right? It's just
Let's
No, it's a
see,
bonus
Adam
action.
can't see anything from here, really.
Just saw the box. Indigo, do you have inspiration?
Sweet.
Because if you don't, you do now. This reminds me of the character I was gonna make for Blah's Erev Brunch's campaign, who was gonna hide in the cardboard box all the time because she was a little gnome.
oh man.
So is this guy have the shield or?
That guy does have, yeah, he already killed the guy who didn't have the shield, so that guy's just got a long sword and a shield.
Okay, I'm gonna break the longbow one.
Okay. He gets longbowed twice for 19.
Nice. I'm gonna duck my head back in the box.
Alright, Bustin is not happy about what just happened. Sees, however, some arrows just plunge into this guy, and plus it's more advantageous with flanking too. So he's gonna swing with his Jagged Greatsword, whacks the guy, offhand Greatsword, I think misses, and 2 Jagged Greatswords hit. 22, and this guy is looking pretty roughed up. This guy's dead. Blah.
Yes. We're taking aim at the leader dude.
Okie dokie.
And wait, I don't think that makes sense. We are not taking aim at him, but
Okay.
instead we're gonna home return. Oh, I didn't mean to click that, but it'll come down at some point. Doesn't that get advantage like innately?
Yeah, it always has advantage, period.
That's for next turn. That's a plus
Okie
4.
dokie.
That's not as good as the other one. We'll find out if that hits the next turn. On Dragon Ball Z.
This guy's turn. He is going to attack the guy that he is flanking, which is Bustin.
Yeah, I didn't mean to click it. I meant to.
With his long sword. He'll whiff. Twice. Malice.
Let's see. It's only Bustin' that's hurting. It's not too
Whack 'em.
terrible. Whacking with my shit alive.
Cleric might get a kill.
Nice 12 though.
Hmm.
Oh,
Oh,
he did roll a
baby.
12 though.
Since the cleric doesn't get to kill things very often, how does the cleric kill this guy?
I
That's
guess
it.
I
With a quarterstaff,
I
mind you.
just-
With a heart-tipped quarterstaff.
I hit him with the tip of my heart tipped quarterstaff right in the skull, cracking it right open.
And now there's like brains spewing out all over the ground. It's kind of gross. As the snow turns red, as the turn counter turns to 37k.
What turned red?
The turn counter. The snow turned red because there's blood all
okay,
everywhere.
okay. Yeah, 37k is gonna get another running start to this guy. And
Okay.
take a ram at him.
And he definitely dodges out the way.
Alright, and oh well, he would have actually stopped here, but and then kind of do like a passing turn on him, like so he like kind of swoops in with his antlers and then comes back over here.
I hate to say it, but I feel this elk's actually kind of useless.
He's out there prancing around. I mean, he's an extra attack. It's a lot of
He's
damage.
useless, but he does like what, like 94 damage every turn, so not that useless.
If he hits, which
And also, he's a damage sponge as well.
Well, if you have no room to talk, stupid sharpshooter longbow.
yes, but
Okay.
I feel
Oh?
I've hit more than a stupid elk.
Yeah, it's small sample size. You'll get used to it.
Mm-hmm. This guy's like, he seems like he kind of wants to run back, but he's like, nah, they're gonna run me down. I gotta stand and fight. He's gonna swing at Busting without advantage now since his buddy got
Like, he
got
just
killed.
did 22 damage on a single attack, like, last turn.
It's true. He does whack Busting for a little bit.
Yeah, by this point I could be doing what?
Healing people?
He actually swings for
40 with sharpshooter?
Speaking of sharpshooters, Adam's turn.
It's also an elk, too.
Right there. No, run towards him.
You know, like Mario in the boot?
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking of this right now.
Fire 2 more arrows.
No, I'm thinking of goddamn Metal Gear Solid.
I mean, yeah, but just like the moving in the box with it being on the top.
No,
If his feet were in the bottom, I'd be thinking of Metal Gear. All right, one of them needs
True
to
enough.
Like that.
Okay.
just
Bustin
awesome.
is going to try to go crazy on this guy. He's going to stand over this guy's corpse. Open up some flank lanes, maybe. Come in with a jagged greatsword, not with advantage, but he rolled a 9 anyway, so that's actually that's a miss.
I will say I can't wait till 2 levels from
I'm
now.
not gonna count that because it was me who rolled it, so he just whiffs 3 times. Tinker.
Alright, Tinker is going to take a shot at the man. Big man. And whiff.
It's unfortunate.
Yeah, and at the end of his turn, we'll find out if that 17 hits him.
17 does indeed hit him on the nose. How much damage does he take?
19!
19 damage. The torpedo comes slamming down into his dome. Goes, ah! What was that? Yeah, that's right. Yeah, just start into your turn. Okay. Malice. This guy just got shot by a torpedo.
Triple minimum on the dice.
Oh no.
Again, no one looks up. Let's keep beating things with my
Word,
stick.
76 is a lot. It's only a flesh wound.
Oh, that's a crit.
Oh baby! It's not the most impressive crit I've ever seen, but it's a crit.
That's
nonetheless.
literally like... Never mind. Not even gonna get into it.
Okay. Alright, 37k.
37k is gonna get another running start in this man. And, take a charging ram at him.
It's going to whiff.
Bad
Oh,
luck
man.
continues.
+6 is just not enough sometimes. Resumes being his turn. He didn't like getting crit by the cleric, so he's gonna swing at the cleric twice.
That's a hit.
17 misses.
Wait.
I think you have 8. Yeah, you have 18.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you have a shield, right? He whiffs 2 times.
That's-
Cat in the box.
I'm gonna come running at him. And
Just imagine you hopping in the box. Oh my word. You miss both times, unfortunately. He is, as you can see, pretty heavily armored. Corey is going to try to put it into this, now having advantage again. Swing. Offhand. Crits. I think this guy's... Oh my word. I'm pretty well sure this guy's dead. I'll tally it up to see how dead he is. He is... I think that would have killed him from full. Alright, Korg just goes... Just lops off this guy's arms, probably. After he was valiantly defending himself from these other bladed and blunt weapons. And also getting rammed at by a mechanical elk. And there is definitely now a
double.
large, like,
I missed that.
double crit. Yep.
Crit
A
fiesta.
large, wasting all the good luck. Yeah. There's now a large, blood stain on the snow, but, you know, like, it's kind of, like, still lightly snowing, so
Oh crap!
it'll get covered up eventually.
I forgot to tell him.
Tell him what?
I was gonna ask him if he knew how much my elk weighed. Enough to break the ice. I say that to his dead body.
He gives you no response.
Yeah, I'd be surprised
It'd be
if he
weird.
did.
It'd be weird if he did, yeah. Okay. with that, you are actually gonna have a more clear line of sight. It's like only about a quarter mile actually, up to the tower, which I imagine is where we will pick up next time.
Sounds good.
I knew this was supposed to be the short planet. All right.
Was it?
Thanks for watching out there in TV land. By TV land, I mean
Well,
YouTube land.
Technically, it should be the first in line, so it doesn't.
Yeah, it's expected to be the, the first planet.
Well.
But yeah, you guys did it last. You know, I mean, you know, stage select, right?
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't put it in the sheet as such, but just to confirm, the mega attack does not include the thunder thing, right? It's just okay.
Correct.
I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, because the Thundermonger is like its own action, I think.
Makes sense.
I like how you guys did not identify the shield.
No.
Well,
but
somebody's.
I'm a big fan of that.
I'll do it.
Adam's gonna let you do it.
He doesn't have a choice. He's in a box.
He just takes the shield.
Does
and
Adam let him
closes
do
the
it?
box.
You open the box and you find a shield. You're gonna let him identify the shield then?
I'll let him identify my shield.
Okay.
And we'll promptly give it to Medea because Medea likes shields.
I mean, that's a possibility.
But cats like
It is called the Kakan shield. It is a magic shield, albeit not like +1, but is it useful? Maybe, maybe not.
It's pretty useful. Yeah. It might be actually good for Medea. Medea's just gonna be like unhittable. If I don't know. I
well,
think.
it's funny to hear you say that because you're the one who always says AC doesn't matter.
Well, AC matters when they have disadvantage.
I mean, yeah, 20 AC and attacks have advantage. That's pretty good. It's pretty good. Unfortunately, Snap is no longer here because he can dodge with a bonus action, but you know, he's also not proficient with shields.
All right.
Okay.
That's fine.
Do you have to attune to it? The shield?
You do not. I think I separated the loot based on whether or not you have to attune to it.
Oh yeah, you did.
Did anyone ever attune to the heart pin, by the way? Because somebody probably should.
What does the hot? I don't even know what the hot pin does.
Would I? Can I identify the heart pin? I feel like we know.
You have known what it does since the end of the first planet.
Yeah, Korg. Definitely Korg. He wears it where he
Okay.
would have had his tattoo.
Gotcha. Right on his
Yeah.
nipple.
Nipple.
He's got a nipple
Oh,
piercing. It's a nipple
no.
piercing.
It's canon now.
So it is. Okay, well, hopefully we'll see you guys next week. Now that we are officially down to 4 people for the time being, we can still play even if one person is missing. So there's that. So hopefully we'll be more consistent with the streams.
Yay.
Yay. You guys are probably going to beat the tower in one shot next time, and possibly the boss. So we'll see. Maybe not the boss. We'll see. Later days, everyone.